certainly. So speaking of GT cars with Grand Am, you're no stranger to the Grand Am series. And if you would, tell us about the team that you're going to be driving for a full season this year.
I will be driving as a teammate to John Potter in the number 44 Magnus Racing car, and we are running a Porsche. And so far it's pretty good. We're 2 races in, and we're leading the points. So we're looking forward to try to keep that momentum and keep rolling here, and keep getting podium finishes, and try to win races and win this championship. We've got a championship within a championship as well with the endurance championship that we're going to race at Indy Watkins Glen and Daytona. And we won that last year, and we're going to try and repeat. So we've got a lot on our plate this year. We've kind of raised the bar from what we had last year, and we're just try and achieve all those goals.
Who are some of your competitors that are in your way for winning this?
There's a lot this year in GT. The Ferraris, the BMWs, and some of our fellow Porsches are really strong. I think we're going to see some real challenges from 2 or 3 of the Ferraris. The Brumos Porsche, obviously. The BMW is always strong everywhere it goes. I really don't look at one much more than the other. I'd say the Ferraris definitely have a little bit of an edge right now, and are going to be probably the toughest because they'll be the best car all around every track that we go to. And so we're going to have to keep our eye on the guys from AIM. The 63 car has also been really strong. So we'll see. I kind of put all those guys out of my mind, and I focus on what John and I have to do, and it's just we race every race individually and try and be smart about it, and just try and go out and kick butt every weekend. What's
it like to swap back and forth from Grand Am to American Le Mans Series?
It's really not a big deal. The cars are so similar. The gearbox is a little different, and the engine's a little different in the GTC car compared to the GT car, but nothing crazy. The tire is actually the biggest difference. The difference between the field and the difference between the Yokohama and the Continental is just something that you have to get accustomed to when you jump back and forth from car to car. And they both have just different characteristics of how you bring them up to temperature, how you drive them in the middle of the corner, everything. And you just have to kind of switch that back and forth. But with the cars being so similar, it's not too much of a big deal. It will be a little tough when we do the co-event weekend up at Road America, but other than that, it's pretty easy.
So tell us a little bit more about your ALMS team that you're with all year, and obviously your opinions of Patrick Dempsey and racing for such a popular actor right now.
I've joined Dempsey Del Piero Racing this year. My teammates at the 12 Hours of Sebring were Patrick Dempsey and Joe Foster, and then for the season it's going to be Patrick and I, except for Long Beach. I'll be obviously here at Road Atlanta doing this race during the same weekend that Long Beach is going on. Pat's been great so far. He's been really, really good. Since the very first day we tested together, we went out to California and just shook a car down and had some fun and just kind of got to know each other. I've known him for 6 or 7 years. I've actually met him here at Road Atlanta when he was doing the Pano School. And what I keep actually saying, and was absolutely the truth, is one of the hardest things to get a driver that's still learning to do is be aggressive. And it's so much easier to have to kind of rein the guy back in than to keep throwing the bone out there and trying to get him to go. And Pat has all the courage in the world. If Joe told me the same thing. He says, "Man, if you tell him to go to that one marker, or you tell him to brake here, do this, or take that flat, he does it, and he does it like on the outlaps." So he's brave, and the good thing is that he's got the talent to back that up, and it's good to see, because when you get aggressive like that, you're going to make greater strides quicker. I haven't seen it yet, but it's going to happen eventually. When you get that aggressive, you're going to make mistakes, and it's going to be hard to save the car every single time. But I would much rather see that, and learn together with him what we can do and where those limits are, than to just having to kind of poke and push him along. You don't have to poke and push him along at all. He's on it. He wants to go.